DreAllDay.com.
What's up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This video here, we talking about question I'm answering is, who do I need to be? This is you, the I, not me. Who do I need to be to get to where I want to go in life? And the thing is, everybody has, I think if you watch videos like this one, you have goals. You got things that you want to achieve, stuff that you want to have, maybe material objects that you want to acquire, maybe people that you want to help out, achievements that you want to reach, accomplishments that you want to have under your belt, but for whatever reason, maybe you're just not there yet, maybe you're not on the right path. Right now, you're not quite where you want to be. You haven't done everything that you want to do. So I want to tell you the 3 steps that you need to follow in order to get to being this person, actually achieving all of those outcomes, whatever they may be in your life. The first thing you got to understand is that having things, like having your the goals that you want to have, like the house you want to live in, the money you want to make, the car you want to drive, the people you want to be around, goals that you reach, winning a trophy, getting promoted to the job, having a certain notation next to your name because you achieved this thing and that thing, and then doing the stuff that you want to do. Those things are having, right? And then it's doing the stuff that you want to do. Like, I played on this team, or I made it in this league, or I made this much money, or I got this job promotion, or everybody knows me for this thing. You actually took those actions, and then the work that you did in order to get there. All right? Or everybody understands that if you want to have certain outcomes, you got to put in the work, right? I mean, y'all know I say every time, work on your game. You are willing to do the work. You're willing to go to the gym and work on your game every day. You're willing to read the books and get the information and attend the seminars and connect with the right people and follow the advice and take the online courses and do all the stuff that's necessary. You're willing to put the effort in order to get to where you want to go. Because if you're a person who's not willing to put the effort in to get to where you want to go, you're probably not that serious about your goals, and you shouldn't be watching or listening to anything that I put out, because my whole brand is called Work on Your Game, so I probably ain't got nothing for you. I think everybody understands these 2 things. Having the outcomes that you want means you got to do certain things and take certain actions to achieve them, right? Everybody understands that, right? Here's the problem. Everybody lives in these 2 spaces for their whole lives. They spend their whole life saying, all right, I want to achieve these things. So then they start doing these things. All right, I got to do this. I got to do this work. I got to learn this thing. I got to do this next, then do this next, and do this next. People spend their whole lives doing things, hoping to, as a result of those doings, to have certain outcomes. Here's the problem. It's going to lead us right into point number 2, is you're not asking the right question, which is, who do I need to be? See, who do I need to be is the first question that comes before what do I do and what do I want. Actually, it's the first question when it comes to the things that need to change. Yeah, of course, you can ask yourself first, what do you want to have? And then what do I need to do? And then it's, who do I need to be? That's the first thing you need to enact. That's the better way of putting it. It's not the first question. It's the first thing that you need to enact. Who do I need to be? And that's going to be part of point number 3, and I'm going to get to in a minute. But the first thing that you really need to look at, once you're clear on what you want to have, and you got at least some idea of what actions you're going to take, is, who am I being right now? Because, and this is why, if you don't have the outcomes that you want right now, despite the fact that you're doing all these things, that means that the thing that's missing is who you're being. Who is the person that who am I bringing to the table every day when I go to the gym and do my work, or when I do my business, or when I talk to my audience, or when I'm making these sales calls? Who am I bringing to the table? Because if you change who you're being as a person, it's going to change the actions that you're taking, and it's going to change the results that you get. Because I often get people who come to me, and this is part of point number 3, changing who you're being. People will come to me and say, listen, I'm doing all the things. I'm taking the courses. I'm going to the seminars. I'm making the products. I'm making the phone calls. I'm making sure my product is the right type of product for the people who want it. They feel like they're doing all the right things, yet they are not having the results that they want. If any of you ever been in that situation, and this is the point that you need to understand, who you're being while you're doing those things has more of an effect on your results than what you're actually doing. In other words, you could be a basketball player who goes to the gym every day, and you get up 500 shots because you heard that's what Klay Thompson does, or some coach told you that's what you need to do, or maybe you just came up with that number on your own. Like, I'm gonna just get up all these shots every day because that's gonna separate me from every player out there. But understand, if you're not being the type of person who could actually do something in the game, meaning you don't have the confidence, you don't have the discipline, of dealing with the setbacks, or the fact that you miss shots some days, or the fact that you're sitting on the bench despite putting all this work in every day, if you don't have the being part of it right, you don't have the discipline of, you know what, I'm gonna stay focused and ready even though I'm sitting on the bench despite the fact that I'm doing all this work. You don't have that discipline, it doesn't matter that you're getting up 500 shots a day. You don't have the confidence that, you know what, I put up these shots, so when I get in the game and I only get the ball twice, I know I'm gonna make my shots those 2 opportunities that I get. You don't have the confidence, doesn't matter that you got up 500 shots, because you get in the game and you shoot 2 air balls. You don't have the mental toughness to keep putting in the work, despite the fact you put up 500 shots, you tried out for the team and you got cut on the second day of tryouts. You're like, yo, I did all this work and I got cut on the second day of tryouts. I feel like I'm better than all the players on the team, and the coach didn't put me on the team, I'm about to give up. I hear players say this all the time. That means you're lacking the mental toughness. See, all this is part of your being. Everything I talk about, work on your game. Any of y'all who listen to my podcast, you know what I say every day: discipline, confidence, mental toughness, personal initiative. None of those are things that you do. Those are things that you're being as a person. Those are part of your makeup as a human being. If you don't have those in order, I don't care what you're doing, because you're not going to get the result. So this is what y'all need to understand, these 3 points that I'm giving you here as I recap all of this. A lot of people spend their whole lives doing stuff, thinking that if they do enough, that they're going to have what they want. And a bunch of people will preach this to you. If you do these things, if you do enough of it, and you work hard, and you get up early, and you stay late, and you follow my program, you're going to have this result. The problem is, most people never focus on who they're being while they're doing all these things. And if you look around the world today, look on YouTube, look on anywhere on the internet that you can Google, there's plenty of information on things that you can do. All right, do this, do this, do this, do this. There's a million people out there telling you, if you just do what I tell you, you'll have this result. True or not? All right, and a lot of it you can get for free. So why do most people still not have what they want? It's because people are asking the wrong question. That's why I wrote a book called Ask Yourself a Better Question. You got to ask yourself the question of, who do I need to be? This is point number 2. Who am I being? That means your mental makeup, your emotional makeup, your spiritual makeup. And that's why in point number 3, and I'm saying here in this video, you got to focus on who you're being while you're taking the actions. You can follow all the right or correct actions, or whoever system you believe in. If you don't have the being part right, you ain't going to get the outcome that you want. Again, the discipline, showing up every day, doing the work, confidence, putting yourself out there boldly and authentically, mental toughness to keep being disciplined, keep being confident, even when you did all the right things and nothing's working, and the personal initiative to get started, even when you're not sure it's going to produce a result. If you don't have those in place, I don't care what you do, you ain't getting nothing. So the answer to the question, who do I need to be to get to where I want to get to, that's a question you need to start asking yourself every single day and answering every day before you start doing anything. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. My book, Work on Your Game, Using the Pro Athlete Mindset to Dominate in Business, Sports, and Life, is available now where all books are sold, physical, digital, and of course the audiobook, 100% done by me. If you have learned from these philosophies, the mental game, business, sports, life, anything you do, this is the book for you. Go get it now and work on your game. Dre all day.